Welcome to my presentation of Web 2.0 tools. I'm going to be presenting 3 tools that allow its users to collaborate, sharing different files, word processing, all online. The 3 tools I'm going to be talking about in this presentation are called Primary Pad, Real-Time Board, and Twiddler. First, let's take a look at Primary Pad. Primary Pad is a Etherpad. And what an Etherpad is an online tool that allows its users to collaborate on the same type of document in a word processing type style. On their website, primarypad.com, you'll see that they have a promotional video that you can watch for additional information. Let's see how PrimaryPad works. You actually don't have to create an account at all. All you have to do is click on Create a Pad and you're going to start creating and collaborating with your team. As the page loads, you can see that it has a very similar look to a word processing document. If you look at the top right corner, you're going to see that you have an icon, and it's going to show you how many people are actually accessing the Etherpad at that moment. Next to the icon, you're going to see an icon that's going to let you share this pad, and it's going to give you a URL, or you can actually embed the Etherpad. The next icon is going to be the settings for the primary pad that you have. Mainly it's going to be the chat settings and also language settings. The next icon is going to be the save icon, the star icon. Then you have a time slide icon, and that's going to let you actually see the changes, a video of the changes that you make. The last icon is going to be 2 parallel arrows, and the purpose of this is to import or export files from PrimaryPad. PrimaryPad also offers a chat feature, and you can see whenever you enter text, it's going to be color-coded to the code that you pick for your user. When you type it in the actual word processing section, you're going to see that your text is also going to be color-coded with the color that you pick. I'm going to open up another browser and log in under another user so you can see what PrimaryPad looks like when it's being used by 2 users in real time. When I open up PrimaryPad in my second browser, you'll see that now 2 people are logged into the Etherpad on PrimaryPad, and you can all actually change your name and your color so that as you're typing in both the chat and the Etherpad, you see who's making those changes. Now that we actually have some text on the pad, we can actually use the time slider to see a short video that documents the changes that are made on the pad. Of course, you also have your standard word processing features to edit your document as you're typing. PrimaryPad is an excellent tool for any group of individuals trying to collaborate in real time on a document. Hopefully this short introduction lets you see the benefits of using a PrimaryPad to collaborate within your groups. Now let's take a look at Real-Time Board. Real-Time Board is a great tool for any group that's trying to collaborate and communicate on different projects. You can drag and drop different types of files onto the interactive whiteboard. You can also make annotations such as sticky notes, comments, or just write on it like an interactive whiteboard. On their website, realtimeboard.com, you can actually see a simulation of 2 people interacting on the whiteboard and dragging different types of files. You're also going to find a promotional video that's going to discuss more of the features of Real-Time Board. Your options for using Real-Time Board is to either sync up with your Google account, you can sync up with Facebook, or you can just create an account. I'm going to log in with Google since we already have a Google account for this class. I've already started, and the files that you see on here are PowerPoint, 2 Word files, an image that I dragged into the whiteboard. And literally all you have to do is drag and drop the file that you're wanting to share with your group, and it'll load onto the whiteboard. And what's great about dragging and dropping these files onto your whiteboard is that your PowerPoints, your files, your documents aren't going to be just one page. You can actually flip through the pages, flip through the slides, and see the document without actually having to open up the file as you're collaborating with the group. You can also zoom in and out to get a better picture, a clear image of what you're looking at, either the file or the image or the PowerPoint. And you can also move the board around so that you can see all the images on one side or however you want to view them. With real-time board, you also have the advantage of having the chat feature, and that's going to work similar to Google Hangouts. So if you use that, you should be familiar with that, but it works like any other standard chatting feature. To share your board, all you have to do is click on the share icon and then insert or type in the email for the person that you're wanting to share the board with. They'll get a message, or they'll see the board in their shared with me category, and then they're going to be able to collaborate with you on that document. I'm going to go ahead and open up another web browser and log in under a different Google account so that you can see how it would look like to share a board and collaborate on it in real time. Real-time board allows you to add sticky notes. You can add comments that are going to be anchored to the specific file that you're talking about. You can use it like an interactive whiteboard and write on the board, and you can add text. So basically, you can think of real-time board like a giant show board where you're showing all your files, you're showing your project, and how you want it to be displayed, adding notes as you want. Real-time board can be a great tool for your classroom. You can have students work in groups, and like I said, you can have it like a big show board where students are displaying all their information that they're gathering as they research their project. The third, and probably my favorite of the three tools that we're going to talk about, is Twiddler. With Twiddler, you don't need to create an account. All you have to do is go to the website, twiddler.com, and in the center you're going to see a green go button, and all you have to do is click that button and it takes you straight to your own personal conference room website. You'll notice that your specific meeting playground, as Twiddler calls it, has its own specific URL. And you can think of it as semi-private because you have control of who has that URL. So anyone that you give that to your group, your class, they can enter the URL into their web browser and join your meeting playground. Twiddler also offers a standard chatting feature. You can change your name, and then within the chat box, you can see that the link to your specific meeting playground is available there. Twiddler has an interactive whiteboard that you can use like any other interactive whiteboard that you find online, and it works in real time with whoever you're collaborating with. Twiddler also lets you change the background, so you can actually insert a web page as your background. That's one of the features, and so I can insert, for example, my wiki page. I can use it to like as a true background to write on it, or I can make it a live website where the links are going to be active. You can also set your background to be an Etherpad, and an Etherpad is just going to be an online tool that's going to resemble a word processing software. And so you can go in there and type in whatever document you want to type up with you and your group. The other type of backgrounds that you have available are to insert a document as your background or insert an image as your background. I'm going to go ahead and show you what it looks like to collaborate in Twiddler with another person. So I'm going to open up another web browser so you can have an idea of how that looks like. As you can see, you can change your chat name to match your name, and so everybody knows who's typing what. You can see that as you mark up on the whiteboard, it tells you who's writing what. Twiddler also has a great feature that allows its users to embed code or any embeddable item into the page. I use PhET simulations in my physics classes, so I'm going to go ahead and pick the wave on a string PhET, and I'm going to take the embed code and insert it. And it's going to give you a preview, and then you click embed, and it's going to insert it right over the whiteboard. You can manipulate the simulation as you normally would. You can write over it. However, I will show you that your manipulation on your side is not going to be what shows up on someone else's screen. Which is good because you want your students, or you would want some your group members to be able to manipulate the simulation on their own. The last feature I want to show you on Twiddler is the mathematical formulas feature. And so this is a great tool for math or science groups or teachers that want to collaborate. And so this allows you to write mathematical equations in the correct form, in an easier format. We all know how difficult it can be, or tedious it can be, to type formulas in a word processing document. Well, Twiddler gives you all the features, the punctuations, accents, functions, operations, just to easily input them in there and get along with your meeting. Twiddler offers such a wide range of features that it's a very attractive tool for teachers wanting to, for example, use it in a classroom, on a computer activity with students, so that they're all on the same page, they're all seeing the same thing on the screen, and there's no confusion. In this presentation, I provided information about 3 web tools that can be very beneficial for your classroom or for your group collaborations: Primary Pad, Real-Time Board, and Twiddler. Primary Pad can allow teachers to have their students work together at the same time on a project. Primary Pad also allows teachers to actually go in and view who's been making whatever changes based on the color coding. Real-Time Board has features that allow teachers to have students collaborate together on a project, basically like a big show board. Students can present all information that they can find as they research to figure out how they're best going to put it together. Not only that, Real-Time Board also allows its users to drag and drop any type of file so that it can be easily shared and viewed at the same time. My favorite of the 3 tools is Twiddler, simply because Twiddler allows an unlimited number of people to access the meeting playground just by having the URL. Twiddler also has different sets of backgrounds that can be set. You have the interactive whiteboard, you have the Etherpad, you have a document that can be set as a background or an image, and you also have the ability to set a web page as a background, which can be used as a writing board or an actual live website. In addition to this, Twiddler can be used by teachers to help guide students through an online activity. This will allow teachers to share the same screen, allowing students to all see the same thing that the teacher wants them to see at the same time. Teachers will be able to show the same writing, the same website, the same text, the same formula, and even embed the same widget or simulation so that students can all see these resources on the same page. And because Twiddler allows its users to all communicate at the same time, students can also pose questions, communicate with other classmates to be able to answer questions as they progress through an activity. Because of all these features, this is why Twiddler is my favorite tool out of the 3 presented in this video. For more information about Web 2.0 tools, you can visit my wiki page, webtoolsresources.pbworks.com, where you're going to find these 3 web tools presented in this video, as well as many others